Hey everybody, and welcome back to round 2 of the 2021 Discers for Whiskers tournament here in Cheyenne. We got part 1 of this amazing tournament that's been thrown on by the Cheyenne Animal Shelter for the last 4 years now. This is the 4th annual. It's been a great event. They've raised a lot of money for the animals and all the things that they do. Lead card
always
today.
Good to support your animal shelters.
Lead card today's got Maverick Robertson out of Fort Collins, Colorado.
He's sitting at 8 down. RU, Coda Turner, out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, sitting at 8 down, tied for the lead.
Hopefully I can keep on to that and keep some pressure on Maverick for this whole round.
Then we have Hank Kirwan, who... he probably almost doubles most of y'all's age, and he's hanging right there with you at 7 down.
Also out of Fort Collins, so a good showing from those guys.
And then Zach Meeker, he's out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. He'll be rounding out our card today, sitting also at 7 down. We had like a 5-way tie at 7 down for 3rd place, I believe it'd be then.
Yep.
So pretty tight field, actually. You definitely got to be concerned with what's going on the chase cards.
And we're going to start with the last of the temporary holes that are added around the backside here, hole 2D. It's kind of a tough little hole. You can go sidearm, backhand, or I guess thumber, according to Maverick.
Yeah, according to Maverick. It didn't seem to really work, though. The breeze has come up, and it seemed to just push that down.
I'm taking a pt3 on a sidearm again. It worked for me last round. I'm hoping it'll work again.
It's cutting in a little sooner. That was exactly what you're looking for. That'll leave you, what, maybe 10, 15 feet?
Yeah, no putts are good putts on windy days like this.
Yeah. Not sure what Hank's throwing here, other than it's just a big hyzer. Took that pretty high, actually.
Great shot.
Yeah. Can see how he's got here with an arm like that. Zach taking the sidearm.
Looks a little tight.
Ooh, stopped just before the out of bounds.
And Maverick at least got far enough left that he doesn't have to really contend with those bushes.
Yeah, he had a look at it. Oh, and he puts it long. Jump putt it too far.
That was a heck of a jump putt.
And Zach will come up, just looks like maybe just a little off to the left, little high. Oh, and Maverick caught a little bit of branch. Hank for his birdie. Something we didn't see a lot of on this hole is birdies.
This round, actually, people seem to have kind of learned it a little bit after the first round and did a little bit better on it.
Yeah, definitely couldn't do worse, I guess, right? Well, I suppose they could. I'm glad they didn't. Everybody cleaning up their pars, except you and Hank, I believe, taking
Maverick,
the birdies. Oh yeah,
Maverick
that
took the
bogey.
on that par putt.
So he'll drop to -7. You'll jump to -9, kind of trying to take off right away. It's always the plan, right?
I'm trying to before the wind starts getting worse, because it's supposed to get worse throughout the whole day, at least in this time for what the weather apps are telling us. So, trying to attack early.
Yeah,
this is an attackable hole.
Yeah, this one definitely is. Just take that hyzer you threw last round. Looks like you have the same disc
And
out.
I just went a little left compared to last time.
Yeah, just a little earlier
But I'm
release. That gives you a chance. Puts you in attack position.
And taking the sidearm. It's a great shot.
Oh, just a little long. That grass is kind of dead. A little slicker where he landed right there. Zach's also taking the... Oh, that was a thumber.
Ooh, bad roll.
Kind of rolled the wrong way, but that'll still, like with you, it brought you out to get a good look at it.
And Maverick's going to go with the sidearm play here. I think they're trying to kind of utilize the wind as much as possible rather than fight it, and that was beautiful.
Just pushed right through that branch. That was perfect.
Pretty much a tap-in birdie. Meeker left again. He might be rushing his putts a little bit.
Let's see if you can clean this up. There's always that thought in your head not to go too far past, or you might be behind that branch, though. It's hard to not think about that.
And Hank's a little rough on the footing, but he's wide open.
Oh, just a little left on him, and he did get through that branch, but it looks like he's still got a window through. Great par. Maverick will tap out his birdie real quick.
That was a great drive.
Doesn't get much better than that when you can just set a disc in real quick and walk away. Zach will clean up his par, and I'm assuming you'll be able to clean up your par as well. No problem there. So, no real harm done. For a hole that you really expect to get the birdie on, though, the par almost does feel like it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're going to come to one of the more difficult holes. It's a little bit longer. It does have some bushes all around the green itself. That's also slopes in both directions.
Right. This is definitely one that you could say has a very protected green. So let's see if anyone can find their way onto it. It's not often it happens.
That looks like it's going to be a bit left.
Yep, turning in a little
that looks
early.
actually right in the middle of those bushes, which is always fun.
Yeah. He might have stopped short enough to have a look over, but when you get right in the middle of those, it is not fun.
Yeah, and I think I'm short of those bushes and pinched off by them. Didn't quite get left enough.
Always nice to just have a little jump putt over it, or even just a putt up and over it real quick. It kind of
we're
a
all
nice
kind of
one.
making the same mistake on this one, though. Except for Meeker.
He really came over the top on that. That must have been a pretty stable disc. Okay, nice roll. Nice roll.
Good shot.
Yeah, that'll do. Looks like Hank went a little long. Oh, and off the top again. That's 2 rounds in a row you've been just off the top of this basket on your second
Doesn't
throw.
like giving them away. Oh, and another
man.
one. We're all trying.
Looks like it'll be a bunch of pars on this one, though.
That's all right. It's no harm, no foul.
A little bit of love from Maverick there, huh? Yeah, that hole definitely can lead to some higher numbers, so the 3 doesn't feel as bad on this one as it did on hole 3.
Now on to hole 5. Pretty short, but there is quite a lot of danger if you do kind of saw this one off. There's a lot of willows and reeds and a creek that happens to run right where you want to throw.
And that stuff is so thick. If you come up short,
He's not happy.
like it looks like Maverick is headed towards. Yeah, that stuff is so thick that you're lucky if you can even find it. I'm really glad they had a spotter out there.
So thankful for the spotters on the course. Ooh, kind of a wind push there at the end.
Yeah. Looks like about the same place, though. Let's see if Hank can make the correction. It's hard to play it too much more right, though, because then you're risking a lot of this stuff right here. He just went over
that. Good. Ooh.
A little bit deep.
It is pretty difficult to get over that fence, though.
Yeah. Meeker going with the sidearm. I didn't see where
Looks
that one
like
finished.
Maverick's pitching out there.
Yeah, you're just hoping you can do that when you get in there. Oh, and just a little right. Hank, I don't know if that was a layup or if he just...
I think that bush
left
was a
it
bit
low.
more in his way than it looked.
Oh, yeah. That was a great putt by Zach there. That clean up the only birdie of the group.
It's a good drive, good putt.
Maverick tapping out his par.
That was a great scramble.
Yeah.
You get caught in those bushes, you don't expect a par.
Alright, so that's one you really do want to get. So that's another one that it kind of hurts letting it slide by.
Yeah, and now it's just as tight as it was when we started.
Yep. You still got them all by one, though, so there's definitely a chance, but it's hard to know what the other cards are doing at the same time, so...
Now we're coming to what is typically one of the harder holes in the course. It looks like it actually averaged exactly par for this round, which is pretty impressive for the difficulty on this hole.
Yeah.
Zach taking it real wide and way deep.
He's going to have that long uphill putt, but at least it's open. It's an easy 3 from there.
Maverick's going thumber again.
Oh, and that got pushed by the wind. He's
but
lucky
safe.
that stayed in bounds.
But the plateau on the right side of that hill over there is all OB. And I'm pretty sure this was heading toward it too, until it hit that tree.
Okay.
But that's still not a good spot.
No. Definitely a little sawed off there, but not something we haven't seen before.
Hank is a pretty good run.
That'll put him in a good spot. He'll have a chance at a birdie from there. You don't get a lot of those on this hole. You get a lot of these.
Taking that hyzer around.
Okay,
It's
roll on down a little more.
Okay, that's a decent roll.
Yeah,
It
that'll
could have rolled
work.
a lot farther.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like you got out to the other side.
Mostly.
Mostly. Zach trying to give
that's a
that a
great bid
run.
from
That
Zach.
was a good run.
There's Hank for his birdie.
This is something that you're definitely wanting to attack here.
Oh.
Just misread that height a little, I think.
I think the wind might be a
Oh,
factor
yeah,
as well.
uphill, headwind, they don't tend to mix well. Maverick with a great par from where he was.
Yeah, that's a good scramble.
Yeah, anywhere on the wrong side of these trees is definitely where bogeys live. You gotta watch out for them over there.
Yeah, like that one.
Yeah,
And now we're all tied up.
and the whole card is all tied at 8 under. Kind of a slow start, but the wind did definitely pick up, making it a little more challenging. So we'll see how you guys are able to turn it around from here. And especially on one of the easiest holes on the course. This is one you definitely want to get. It's just an easy hyzer downhill. It's one that you feel like you should always get.
If you don't, you're definitely kicking yourself for it for a while.
Yeah. I guess that's why they say the best golfers have the shortest memories. Looks like
Meeker.
Maverick sawed that off a little. Oh no,
No, that's
that's in
looking
good
beautiful.
shape. That's just about perfect.
Meeker kind of pushed his out to the right a little bit, but he's still open for the putt.
Hank trying to follow Maverick's lead and
Ooh.
put it right between my legs. I think he was probably wishing it had hit me, because it did not end in a great spot.
And I'm in the tree.
Did it get in the tree? I wasn't sure if it went in it or between them.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty stuck in there.
Oh.
Ooh, good
that
bid
was a
from
good
Zach.
Good run. Yeah, Hank got into
Hank
that
from
tall
about
stuff.
as far out as Zach.
It was a pretty close call on who was up at that point, so...
I do have a little straddle here.
Under the branch. Oh, good run. Okay,
Bad
stop.
roll.
Yeah. Wow. That puts you out, what, 20, 25 feet? Oh, man, so close. Good run.
Yeah, this is definitely not one you want to bogey.
Sometimes the baskets on this course are not the nicest to people, too, though. That was a pretty decent looking putt. You expect those to stay in. Just every now and then.
Maverick has a beautiful birdie on there, taking strokes on the whole card. And pulling ahead.
So, yeah, that's one you expect to get. So I bet he's not alone on that one on the field, though. I think it played, from what I'm seeing, a little over a quarter of a stroke under par. So.
Yep. And at least from what I can see on the statistics, I don't think I was the only one to bogey it, so that makes me feel a little bit better on the inside. So.
Well, when you do get caught up in those trees, that's actually pretty easy to have happen. So now we're to this deceptive one again.
It's a little low on Maverick's part.
Yeah, he'll still have kind of a jump putt, but it's so awkward on that slope. Looks like Zach didn't quite come over that one like he wanted, and a little low. But again, he's not in bad shape.
Yeah, there's really no danger on this hole once you get past those first couple trees. You can go deep, but that's a crush.
Yeah.
Hank gets up there pretty well.
Yeah, he should be in putting range there. That needs to flip a little, and it didn't quite, but got up there pretty far. That's a look. And you're even with the basket. You're not putting uphill at it. That's an advantage. That one was a little left, but easy par.
Maverick's definitely lining this up like he wants it.
It's so far uphill, though. It's really hard to give that one a run. It's hard to get it up enough and forward enough.
Then I just laid that up. I've had too many rollaways, especially on these hilly basket spots. And Hank hits the chains.
Yeah, and this is definitely one of those holes that can give you some rollaways.
That looked like Meeker just kind of rushed that putt a little bit, and
yeah, just a little bit right and right back out. Mav and Hank are able to clean up their par, as are you. Zach will walk away with a bogey.
It's an unfortunate bounce out on that one.
Yeah. Sometimes, like I said, these baskets... I think it's more about that a lot of these baskets are on a hill and we get a lot of wind, so... Can do weird stuff with your disc.
It's a great hole to get that shot back, though, for Meeker. A nice, simple hyzer down the hill toward the basket. It should be pretty simple play for all of us.
He has a nice sidearm, and that sidearm throw is a good option on this one. Just kind of crash those trees, and you should have a putt at it. Kind of like that.
It's a good shot.
You can do it with the hyzer as well, with the backhand.
Hank taking the more straight approach.
Oh, it looks like it might have glanced off that branch a little.
That was a good shot.
Yeah. Looks like that same tactic from last time. Oh, and you will also just crash those trees and be pretty much parked. Yeah, the biggest danger on this one is ending up on the wrong side of those trees, or
not getting down.
It's so short and downhill that it's easy to end up way past it.
If you don't get all the way down the hill, that ceiling right there becomes impossible to hit.
Yeah. So Hank left himself 25, 30 feet, I'd say. Oh, just a little low.
Good birdie for Maverick.
And a good birdie from you as well.
Meeker just unfortunately didn't quite have that window available to him on his upshot.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good approach shot that he threw. It can be tricky. Like you said, he was still up on that hill, so that ceiling got real low on him. Come away from that with a par is doing pretty good.
Now we're on to hole 10, which it feels like an island hole. You kind of want to push past all that water, all the reeds, and all that foliage to give yourself a nice open shot for the 2.
Yeah, and it is again just another hyzer shot, especially with the wind that we had on this second round here. You just want to kind of try and use that wind as much as
Maverick's
you can.
Really not happy about that one.
Yeah,
it's pretty far left.
Yeah, he looks like you need to play it quite a bit more right with the current wind conditions. And that's always a read you got to do when you get at the top of this hill. It's like safety kind of is leading you guys a little more to the left. It's hard to play it far enough right, because you do not want to end up in those bushes along the creek. Or in the creek.
Hank took it plenty far and ends up having a good shot.
Yeah. Puts himself in a good position.
He has a better wind for his putt, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see how this sidearm works out. Looks like he turned it over a little bit much, but he's over the creek and out in the open.
Yep.
Kind of a long approach, but no harm, no foul.
And he'll take his 3.
Yep. That was a pretty good approach shot, actually. Let's see if Maverick can put this one in. Oh, just lifted it a little too much. That was a pretty good drive, actually. Oh, just a little left on that. You wouldn't have thought that was far enough left that it would have kicked out like that. But
yeah, sometimes the camera angle can be a bit deceiving, and like from my perspective, that was left enough to kick out for sure. That was user error.
Yeah.
Hank has a good putt though, and has a nice birdie.
Yep.
That strokes on the card.
Maverick able to clean up his par. You and Zach will do the same. So nobody really got bit too hard on that one, but that's definitely another one of those that you're really hoping to get.
Seems like there wasn't a whole lot of birdies on that hole for this round, but there was a lot of pars and no bogeys. So it was...
Yeah, that's kind of what you expect out of this.
And then you turn the corner and come to one of the harder holes of the round, averaging .27 over par. It says 420. It plays more like 460, 470. It's a crush to get up there for sure.
It really is. It takes a lot to get all the way up by the basket. That's got some nice height and turn on it. I like that.
Absolute
crush. Yeah, that's really well done. That's so hard to do.
Maverick's going to see if he can follow those vapor trails.
Yeah, he better hurry because those are pretty rare. They don't stick around long.
Doesn't quite get the flip he's looking for. But he's open and around those bushes from
Yeah, he kind of ended up off to the left a bit there, so that gives a better look at the approach shot.
I just overflip this DD3.
Oh, and you stay in bounds though. That'll give you a good look at the approach. It's kind of a long putt, but
Meeker gets some good angle on that. Good height.
okay, so he's not in too bad of position, but that's a tricky putt.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky shot from where he's at.
He's taking the sidearm.
I like that. That's a good choice.
Yeah, it was. That was a great shot.
Maverick, he's kind of got him to deal with. I'd probably be sidearming this one as well, but he's just going to jump putt it up there. Oh, and that was a good looking run as well. And Hank's got this birdie putt.
Oh,
that's too bad. That's not very often you get a birdie putt on this hole, especially back at it like that.
Oh no.
Oh.
Definition of birdogey.
Right. Let's see if Zach can clean up his par. He's kind of scrunched in under that tree. That's a great putt from there.
Yes, sir.
You know he had some stuff poking him there. That's really too bad, but looks like he'll be the only bogey on the card, which...
That was a great drive, too.
After that drive, that's so hard to see. So that'll drop him back to 8 down, so Maverick's 2 up on him, 3 on Zach. And you're right there with Hank, sitting 2 back of Maverick.
Trying to keep on his heels.
So here's hole 12. This one, the OB line is really what makes this one the trickiest part. It is uphill, and that can be a little difficult to read, but that OB is so close that it's hard to throw the shot you really want to throw on it.
Oh, and this looks like it's heading straight for it.
Oh, yep, and that'll find that out of bounds. That one should be in pretty good shape. Oh yeah. That should give you that nice
way less
uphill
flare
look.
than you usually get on that kind of play.
Yeah. Zach is a little low on that one. Okay, well, that'll give him a look, but that's kind of
it's a long putt with some awkward footing.
Yeah, and definitely don't want to leave that short. You bounce off that cage,
gets a
it
nice
usually
play
goes.
on that.
Oh,
great shot.
That was a great shot, just straight at it.
Meeker's looking right up at that OB, but there's a tailwind pushing him down while he throws uphill.
And it's the biggest fear of it bouncing off the cage like that is getting up on edge and taking off down that hill. Maverick's got this to save a par. Oh, and he's able to do it. Great putt. So let's see if you can repeat your birdie from last round with a nice uphill putt. A little shorter this time, but still got it. That was a great putt. Great birdie.
And Hank, basically a tap. Just an amazing drive. He got a little scared about that for a second, but...
Well, yeah, if you fall out of that, you're looking at how steep that hill is right there going, oh, just stop. So Zach will clean up his par as well. He's kind of...
And looks a little sketched out by that putt for a second there.
Yeah. Looked a little nervous there.
Yeah, 2 pars and 2 birdies on that hole.
So that'll bring you and Hank to within 1 of Maverick.
And we're going into a stretch of some easier holes here as we approach the back half of round 2.
Yeah, make sure you come back and join us for the second half of this round. It's definitely a tight one. Let's see how it turns out.
Later, guys.